Hello, everybody. You're listening to Let's Master English, and my name is Coach Shane. How are you doing, everybody? Thanks so much for downloading and listening to the Let's Master English podcast. This is episode 16. I hope your week was great and that this week is excellent for you. Now, I do have a DDM announcement, Daily Dictation members. This is the final week of our great prices. The prices will go up at the end of the week. So if you're interested in joining DDM, do it now. If you join this week, I guarantee the same price for the rest of your membership. DDM is an excellent class. We discuss listening skills, pronunciation, culture, expressions, background information. It's a lot of fun. It's the greatest English class on the internet. I'm serious. If you have not tried DDM, then I highly encourage you to get the free lessons, and you can get those 1 through 8 free DDM lessons if you sign up. Please go to www.letsmasterenglish.com/tryddm. That's TRYDDM. Get it today. And I have to say a special thank you to Miguel. And we can call him Coach Miguel or Vicodin, which is his nickname. Coach Miguel is helping me out so much. He's taking care of the scholarship students, and for everybody who signs up for the free DDM lessons, he is having special hangouts. So you can practice the lessons with other members and Coach Miguel. So Miguel, thank you so much for that. Also, this week, I will be releasing a special podcast, and the title is How to Choose an Online English Course. This will be a great podcast, and I hope you share this podcast with everybody you know. How to choose an online English course. Enough chit-chat. Let's start with the news. A California man is suing McDonald's because he didn't get enough napkins with his quarter pounder because he's black. The man, perhaps a sloppy eater, asked the manager for more napkins but was refused. Then the manager mumbled something like, "You people." The man claims he hasn't been able to work because of undue mental anguish. He's suing the hamburger franchise for the equivalent of 250,000 quarter pounders, or about $1.5 million. What? A California man is suing McDonald's because he didn't get enough napkins with his quarter pounder because he's black. The man, perhaps a sloppy eater, asked the manager for more napkins, but was refused. Then the manager mumbled something like, "You people." The man claims he hasn't been able to work because of undue mental anguish. He's suing the hamburger franchise for the equivalent of 250,000 quarter pounders, or about $1.5 million. Oh boy, what a crazy story. Now, the key word in this story is sue. S-U-E. Do you know what it means to sue? To sue someone means taking that person or that company to court, in front of a judge. And the reason you take that person or company to court is because you believe that person or that company has cheated you, has done something wrong to you, and you want the company to formally apologize. And almost always we sue for money as compensation for being wronged. So for example, if look at me. I'm a white guy, 46 years old, and I work for a company. And the company fires me because I'm a white guy. They only want black guys, or they only want Mexican guys. They don't want any white guys. And the boss says, Shane, we have to let you go. Why? I work hard. I'm sorry, Shane. You're too white. In this situation, the court was being racist against me. So I would sue the company, and I would probably sue them for millions of dollars. Now, that's a bad example because in America, white people do not usually suffer from racism. It's the other way around. Usually black people, Mexican people, people from other races and other backgrounds tend to suffer from racism and things like that. But this is the idea of suing. So if somebody or some company does something wrong to you in America, we tend to sue that person or that company. And America is kind of famous for its lawsuits, S-U-I-T-S. That means suing. And sometimes the courts give millions of dollars to the victim. And that's the situation here. Did you understand the story? Let's look at each sentence. A California man is suing McDonald's because he didn't get enough napkins with his quarter pounder because he's black. Okay, so California man. Now, California man. We also can say a Californian man. So we can add an N to California. Is suing McDonald's. So here's the key verb sue. To sue, S-U-E, but here it's I-N-G, S-U-I-N-G, McDonald's. You know McDonald's, the hamburger company. So why is he suing McDonald's? Because he didn't get enough napkins. He didn't receive enough napkins with his quarter pounder. Okay, so he ordered a quarter pounder. A quarter pounder, Q-U-A-R-T-E-R, quarter pounder, P-O-U-N-D-E-R. A pound is a unit of weight, like a kilogram. So 1 pound equals 0.45 kilograms. So almost half a kilogram. So a quarter pounder would be a quarter of a pound, or about 125 grams. That's a big hamburger. So the quarter pounder is one of McDonald's famous hamburgers. It's their big hamburger. So this guy, he's black American, African American. He went to McDonald's and he ordered a quarter pounder, a big hamburger. And they gave him some napkins, but he wanted more napkins. But the McDonald's restaurant didn't give him more napkins. So he's suing them. All right, we have to keep listening. Let's listen to the first sentence again. A California man is suing McDonald's because he didn't get enough napkins with his quarter pounder because he's black. So the real issue is not really the napkins, it's because he's black. Let's find out. The man, the black man, perhaps a sloppy eater. Perhaps, maybe, a sloppy eater. Eater, somebody who eats. What is sloppy? S-L-O-P-P-Y. That means a messy eater or a dirty eater. So when a sloppy eater, if they're eating a hamburger, then the ketchup comes down the face and the onions fall out of the mouth. So if you are a sloppy eater, then you need lots of napkins, right? Sure. So the man, perhaps a sloppy eater, asked the manager for more napkins. "Excuse me, manager, could I have some more napkins?" But was refused. The man was refused. He asked for more napkins, but the manager said no. Then the manager mumbled something like, "You people." Okay, so mumbled. What does it mean to mumble? M-U-M-B-L-E. The manager mumbled something like, "You people." To mumble something means to say something but not very clearly or not very loud, rather quietly. So, for example, if I wanted to say, "I hate you," if I said it loud and clear, you would be angry. So sometimes I mumble it. "I hate you. I hate you." So you can kind of hear me, but not exactly. And that's what the manager did. The manager said to the black customer, "You people, you people." And the black man heard "you people," and he thinks that "you people" means black people. Now, the manager was not white. The manager was a Mexican American. So it's a big question. If the manager actually said "you people," was he referring to black people? Or was he talking about sloppy eaters? Or maybe he was talking about the lunchtime customers or demanding customers? Oh, "you people" can have many different meanings. But yes, one possible definition is black people. Oh boy, that's a big problem. The man, the black man, claims, he claims, C-L-A-I-M-S, the same thing as says. The man claims he hasn't been able to work. He can't work because of undue mental anguish. Undue mental anguish. Now, this is actually what he wrote in his lawsuit. So the courts, when they see the documents, they see, "I am suing McDonald's for undue mental anguish because I didn't get enough napkins with my quarter pounder because I'm black." So what is undue mental anguish? Undue, U-N-D-U-E. Undue means inappropriate or excessive, too much, a huge amount, but in a very bad way. Undue mental anguish. Mental means your mind, your stress level. What about anguish? A-N-G-U-I-S-H. Anguish means severe mental suffering. So basically, undue mental anguish means severe stress, too much stress, unnecessary stress, large amounts of stress. The man has not been able to work at his job because he is stressed, because the manager said, "You people," when he asked for napkins. Oh my goodness. So he, the man, the black man, is suing the hamburger franchise, the McDonald's store. Franchise means a chain of restaurants, a chain of stores, a hamburger franchise. There are many types of franchises, especially restaurants, and also drugstores, and also department stores. Walmart is a huge franchise. Burger King is a huge franchise. So he's suing the hamburger franchise for the equivalent of, so the equivalent means an equal amount. So, for example, if I buy a Starbucks coffee, the value of the Starbucks coffee is $5. It's the same value as a Big Mac meal at McDonald's. So am I hungry or am I thirsty? With the equivalent amount of money, I could buy either a coffee or a McDonald's meal. What do I do? So an equivalent amount of something means the same amount regarding, in this case, money. So he's suing the hamburger franchise for the equivalent of 250,000 quarter pounders. So 250,000. A quarter means 1/4. 250,000 means 250,000 quarter pounders. And we talked about quarter pounders. Quarter pounders are the big hamburgers at McDonald's. So he's suing the hamburger franchise for not 250,000 quarter pounders. He doesn't actually want 250,000 hamburgers. The equivalent of 250,000 quarter pounders, or about $1.5 million. So the last sentence is actually funny. He's suing McDonald's for $1.5 million. That's $1.5 million, or $1,500,000. And if you have $1.5 million, you can buy 250,000 quarter pounders at McDonald's, or 250,000 quarter pounders. Oof. Wow. So this is the news right now in America. Not a big story, but it's a funny story. But if it's true, if it is about racism, yeah, that's a problem. McDonald's is a global company. They do not want to be known as a racist company. So this is a problem for the manager, and I wonder what will happen to the man. Will he win in court? Will McDonald's give him money? How much money will McDonald's give? America is sue happy. Many people like to sue in America. You have to be careful. If you have a business in America, be very careful with your customers, because if they think you are doing something wrong to them, they're going to sue you. Undue mental anguish. Oh, I can't work. They didn't give me napkins because I'm black. Well, I hope that's not true, but we shall see. So, we have lots of vocabulary words. Suing, to sue, S-U-E. To take someone to court because you believe they have cheated you. They did something wrong to you. When we sue in court, we usually sue for money. And we take that money as compensation. C-O-M-P-E-N-S-A-T-I-O-N. What about in your country? Is it common to sue? In America, it's actually quite common. Napkins. N-A-P-K-I-N-S. Napkins. Those are the pieces of paper that you use to clean your mouth and clean your hands when you eat lunch or dinner. Maybe breakfast too. Most napkins are made of paper, but some napkins are made of cotton, and some expensive napkins are even made of silk. Can you believe that? Quarter pounder. The quarter pounder is a very popular sandwich at McDonald's. It's a quarter pound of beef. That is 1/4 of a pound of beef, which is about 125 grams. It's a big hamburger. A sloppy eater. S-L-O-P-P-Y. Someone who eats sloppily. S-L-O-P-P-I-L-Y. A messy eater. When you're eating, the food is falling from your mouth. It's not very nice to see. Mumbled. To mumble. M-U-M-B-L-E. To say something in a low tone of voice, very quietly and not very clearly. I don't like to study English. I don't like to study English. Ooh, did you hear what I said? I'll say it 2 more times. I'm mumbling, so listen carefully. I don't like to study English. I don't like to study English. If you know the answer, leave a message. What did Shane mumble? Claims. Someone claims. C-L-A-I-M-S. It means says, S-A-Y-S, or insists, I-N-S-I-T-S. Undue mental anguish. Simply interpreted, it means unnecessarily large amounts of stress. Unnecessarily large amounts of stress. Franchise. F-R-A-N-C-H-I-S-E. A franchise is a chain, specifically one unit of a restaurant. So there are many, many McDonald's restaurants all over the world. But McDonald's doesn't own every restaurant. They sell the rights, R-I-G-H-T-S, to an individual, and he or she opens the restaurant. But it is the same as all the other McDonald's restaurants. That's a franchise. Starbucks is a famous coffee franchise. The equivalent of, the equal amount of. So something is equivalent to something else. 250,000 quarter pounders is equivalent to $1.5 million. That's a lot of money. Okay, I'm going to read the story 2 more times. The first time, smoothly. The second time, normally. Here we go. A California man is suing McDonald's because he didn't get enough napkins with his quarter pounder because he's black. The man, perhaps a sloppy eater, asked the manager for more napkins, but was refused. Then the manager mumbled something like, "You people." The man claims he hasn't been able to work because of undue mental anguish. He's suing the hamburger franchise for the equivalent of 250,000 quarter pounders, or about $1.5 million. A California man is suing McDonald's because he didn't get enough napkins with his quarter pounder because he's black. The man, perhaps a sloppy eater, asked the manager for more napkins but was refused. Then the manager mumbled something like, "You people." The man claims he hasn't been able to work because of undue mental anguish. He's suing the hamburger franchise for the equivalent of 250,000 quarter pounders, or about $1.5 million. How you doing, everybody? This is Country Shane, and I'm here to bring you the facts. In Europe, there's a country called Montenegro. Montenegro is right across from Italy, south of Bosnia and Herzegovina, north of Albania. Well, the interesting fact about Montenegro. When Montenegro became independent from Yugoslavia, its internet domain name changed from being you to me. That's .yu to .me. This has been Country Shane bringing you the facts. It's time for some questions and answers. The first question is from Hin Nguyen. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Hello, I have watched your videos and they have helped me a lot. I have a question. I need your help. How can I pronounce the LL in will in the contractions they will, we will, I will, she will, he will, it will? Thank you very much. Great questions. So, they will. If we contract that with will, it sounds like they'll. They'll. However, most Americans, when they say it quickly, they do not say they'll, they say they'll. They'll be here. They'll be here. They'll be here. They'll be here. We will. We will is the same thing. If we contract, it sounds like we'll. We'll. But when we say it quickly, it usually sounds like will or wool. We'll be there. We'll be there. Will or wool. Now, actually, we will has 5 different pronunciations that are quite common in America, and I talk about those in DDM. So join DDM. The next one, I will, I'll, but the typical pronunciation is I'll. She will, she'll, but we usually say she'll. He will, perfect pronunciation, he'll, but we usually say he'll. And it will, contracted, it'll, and that's almost always how we say it. It'll. Great question. Thank you very much. Now, our next question is from Gustavo. Gustavo from Spain has a question. It's about the T that is in the middle of a word. For example, Saturday, T is in the middle. Tomato, the second T is in the middle. Priority, there's a T in the middle. Now, do you pronounce the T like a D or an R? Is it priority or priority? Okay, so if you listen to my pronunciation there, Gustavo, you know that it is pronounced like a D. Now that type of T is called a flap T. And many English teachers say the flap T is like an R. That is not true. No, it's not like an R. So let's look at Saturday. The T is a flap T. So if the flap T sounds like an R, then the pronunciation would be Saturday. Saturday. That's terrible. Tomato, tomato. If the second T, which is a flap T, sounds like an R, it'd be tomato. Tomato. What the heck is that? It's not an R. Now, it might be similar to an R in Spanish, or the R sound in Japanese or in Korean. But in English, the flap T is basically a D. Saturday, 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 Saturday. Tomato, 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 tomato. Priority, priority, priority. D. It's a very, very, very short D sound. Does that make sense? I hope so. Thanks for the question, Gustavo. Our next question's from Mina. Mina moved to New York from Japan last year, and Mina is signing up for DDM Live. That's great, Mina. We look forward to having you. Now, Mina has a problem with some pronunciation, and she wants to say the word Thursday, but whenever she says the word Thursday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, people hear Saturday. And she says, no, not Saturday, Thursday. But still, they don't understand what I'm saying. Oh, this is so frustrating. And now I'm scared. I'm afraid of saying Thursday. And by the way, I also have a problem with birthday and 30. 10, 20, 30. Aha. So the big problem for me is the R. And I've been watching your videos and they're helping me, but can you talk about these words? Yes, Mina. So, Thursday. Now, if people are thinking Saturday, that's a big problem because Saturday has 3 syllables. Saturday, Saturday, Saturday. Thursday has only 2 syllables. So, Mina, first of all, be careful with your syllables. Listen carefully. How many syllables are you pronouncing? So the THUR, be very careful. The TH is long. Thur. When you make the R sound, do not let the tongue touch anywhere in the mouth. Thursday. The S is actually a Z sound and it's vibrated. And then you touch with the D. Thursday, Thursday, Thursday. Saturday, Saturday, Thursday, Saturday. Let's look at the other two words. Birthday, birthday, birthday. 30, 30. So just like Thursday, 30 has the same type of pronunciation. Birthday, birthday. The R and TH are the other way. So my recommendation, Mina, is to listen to my recording and record yourself and keep practicing. Also, since you are joining DDM Live, in your first live hangout, please ask me this question again so that I can hear your pronunciation. Okay? Thank you very much for that question. That's a tough one. The R's, TH's together, that's very difficult for lots of people I know. So good luck with that one, Mina. We have another question, and I don't... yes. This is Kwong from Vietnam again. So his question is, I think it's a he. Why can't I hear the native English speakers pronounce the ED sound, especially in the sentence, it happened to me? So when a native English speaker says, it happened to me, I cannot hear the happened. I don't hear the ED. In fact, it sounds like it happens to me. Okay, so I do have many videos on ED, and the ED sound is confusing. But in this case, it happened to me. What happens is the D in happened and the T in to, those two sounds connect. They link. So we don't say it happened to me. We say it happened to me. It happened to me. So you do not hear the D, I agree, because the D sound connects into the T. And in this type of connection, we only keep the second sound. And once again, I always talk about this in DDM. Now, I'm guessing the reason you hear an S is because sometimes when the T sound is very clear, it does have a bit of an S sound. But it's not an S. It happens to me. It happened to me. So listen carefully. The first sentence will be, it happened to me. The second sentence will be, it happens to me. Okay, listen carefully. It happened to me. It happens to me. It happened to me. It happens to me. I hope you can hear the difference. And once again, that's a great question. And we have another question from Mikhail. Now, Mikhail's question is the word no, N-O, and know, K-N-O-W. Now, we all know, everybody knows they're homonyms. They sound exactly the same. However, and this is just my guess, it seems that when Americans say no, N-O, especially in the middle of a sentence, in the middle of a phrase, it sounds very short. Not no, but just no, no. So, for example, did you see that TV show last night? No. It's a long sound. Let's get some... The other example, let's get something to drink. I have no money. No. So once again, N-O all alone sounds long. No. But N-O in the middle of a sentence sounds really short. No, I have no money. I have no money. I hope you understand what I'm asking, and please answer my question. Well, Mikhail, yes, I do agree that many times when N-O, the word no, comes in the middle of a sentence, it's really short. I have no money. I have no money. It's a n. Almost just a n sound. No, but not with the W. I do agree with that, Mikhail. I don't think other native English speakers would recognize the difference, but if you analyze it, yes, I think there truly is a difference for many cases. And that's it for the questions today. Thank you, everybody, for those fantastic questions. It's time to wrap up the show. All right, once again, I want to say a special thank you to everybody who leaves a rating and a comment on iTunes. Believe it or not, in the past 2 weeks, nobody has left a comment on iTunes. I'm very sad, but I did get another 5-star rating from somebody in Italy. Thank you very much for that. Also, please join our community on Google+. It's called Let's Master English. And if you go there, Berta Granados from Mexico, she lives in America. She dictated all of the podcast, Let's Master English 15. And she wants your feedback. Did she do a good job? I think she did a great job. But maybe you can help fix some things. And finally, don't forget, if you're interested in joining DDM, Daily Dictation Members, that's my premium online class. Join this week and guarantee yourself the low prices that we have now. The prices will go up at the end of the week. That's right, so do it. If you want a trial, if you want to try DDM, excellent. Do that. I'll send you 8 free lessons. Please go to www.letsmasterenglish.com/tryddm. That's TRYDDM. Leave your name, leave your email address, and within 24 hours, we will send you the lessons. Oh, and I should say, last week, we had a problem with our email service provider, so we couldn't get you the lessons quickly. But as of today, which is March 3rd, everybody who signed up over the past week should have received their free DDM lessons. Remember, the files, the video lessons, are very big, so you need to install the software that we gave you in order to download the videos, the lessons, okay? Don't forget, if you sign up for the free DDM classes, join Coach Miguel for the free Hangouts to practice those lessons. You can get more information if you join our Let's Master English community on Google+. And also, don't forget this week, we do have a special podcast coming up, an extra podcast, and the title is How to Choose an Online English Course. That's it, everybody. I hope you have a fantastic week, and of course, I'll be back with Let's Master English 17 next week. Take care, everybody, and let's master English!